Welcome back to Craig's Custom Cooking. Today I'm going to take you through my garden and I'm going to show you all the different things that I grow, I harvest, and I cook on my channel. So come with me and I'll show you my garden. All right, I'm going to start in this section of the garden. These are my yellow squash. You can see there's a nice yellow squash growing in there. This one over here is loaded with little yellow squash. The plants are looking amazing. This is just a pot that I just planted some more spinach in. These are my carrots. These are 3-gallon pots. This is more spinach. This is a matador spinach. And these are my red beets that are grown in a 3-gallon pot. And over here on this side, these are zucchini plants. These three here are zucchini. They're doing very well. They're starting to bloom down inside. And then these three are yellow squash. Let me try to get a picture of it here. There's a little baby yellow squash growing right here. Let me get a better angle. Yeah, that's not going to show up well. But this one in here has a little baby yellow squash growing. Crookneck. So I'll lead you off this part. These are all 3-gallon containers. These are my strawberry plants that I have under a bird netting. I just picked the strawberries off of them, so I'll show you those in the house later. But they're doing extremely well. All right, these are some of the strawberries that I just picked off my strawberry patch. My wife is going to use those. Here I have thyme. I have 5 different plants of thyme. I have curly parsley and Italian parsley. Over here I have some more curly parsley. This is cilantro. I have 3 plants of cilantro because we use a lot of it in our cooking every day. This is sweet basil. There's 2 plants of that. And then I have 2 different types of dill growing here. Get this one out of the road. There's another type of dill. And then this is spearmint that I make mint tea out of. So it's doing extremely well. I had a hard time for the last 3 years to get mint to grow in my garden, but this year I've found the right spot for it. So it's doing extremely well. These are little bitty carrots that just emerged from the soil. I take a 5-gallon container and I cut it in half. This is the bottom half. I drill holes in the bottom and then I plant in those. These are white onions that I'm growing in a grow bag. These are white onions. These are red onions, as you can see down here. These are red. These are daikon radishes and also Korean radishes that I have growing in 3-gallon bags. They're doing it very, very well this year. So in another 2 months, I'll probably have some really nice daikon radishes that I can eat. There again, there's some more red onions, and these are white onions. And they're all grown in bags. These bags are 3-4 years old, so you can reuse them over and over again. And over here, I have some more yellow squash. There's a little one growing. This one down here has a little yellow squash coming out on it. These are spring onions that I have in a grow bag. And with these squash, we'll actually take these leaves off and eat them. So they're edible. They're very, very good. This is Chinese celery that I just planted. It hasn't even started to grow yet. There's some more red beets that are doing well. More carrots. More spring onions. Some more red beets. These are more spring onions. And this is a little tomato that I just started to grow. These are my 6 cabbage plants. And as you can see, I grow them in the top half of the 5-gallon bucket that I cut up. I just put the lid back on, drill holes in it, and then I plant them. These are potatoes. You can see they're in bloom. So that means they started to make the potatoes. They're in a, well, I'll probably show you better over here. They're in a 20-gallon bag. These are white potatoes. Both of these. This is a red potato. This is a sangria potato. And these two here in these grow bags are Pontiac Reds. They're doing extremely well this year. The cold temperatures have been very good for it. So up here, I have some baby bok choy that I grew. I just transplanted it into these containers. They're a 5-quart paint container. I just drill holes in the bottom and I plant. This is spinach that I transplanted. These are going to be patty pan squash in this when they start to grow. These are green onions. When I used the tops, I just put the green onion part, the white part, in a container and I regrow the tops. This is bok choy. You can see here. This is another type. This is called pak choy. It just started to go into flower, but we eat the flowers anyway, so we're not worried about it. So these are ready to pick. And then these will take their place when they get bigger. Down here is another type of bok choy. So these are ready to pick and eat also. My wife and I are going to be doing a cleanse this week. So we're not going to eat any carbohydrates or anything. So we'll be using a lot of this week. These are my broccoli. These are my broccoli plants. They've been in for about 2 months. And as you can see, they have some beautiful heads of broccoli on them. I've already cut this one, but we will use the leaves, but we're going to let some of the other smaller heads come up. You can see almost every plant has a head of broccoli on it. This is the best year I've ever had for broccoli. Like I said, we eat the plant and everything. This is my cabbage. There's 18 broccoli plants. There's 24 cabbage plants, or cauliflower plants. Sorry, not cabbage, cauliflower. And I'm going to uncover one of these and show you. All right, so if you look in here, you'll see my cauliflower. I tie them up like this at the top of the rubber band. It helps bleach out the sun or take the sun away so the cauliflower stays white. I'm going to seal this one back up and we'll continue the show. Now I have 6 of these here. These are a bush tomato. These are a determinant, so they don't get very high. As you can see, I have tomatoes growing on them. They're doing very, very well. Here's another bush type. This is a different variety. You can see they are loaded with tomatoes. So these are all determinants. Means they don't grow really high, they stay low, they bush out. So that's why I put them in the cages. These are Japanese eggplants. They're in bloom. This one here is going to start making an eggplant here very soon. In fact, there's the bottom of one. I have 6 of these. Also, along my fence line in the back, I plant Japanese cucumbers. I have one here. I have one over there. And I have one back here behind my tomatoes. It's growing up the fence. These are Italian peppers. You can see they started to They're starting to put peppers on them right now. Back here's a bigger one, even though the plant's smaller. I have 10 of these. And then these sad looking things here are green sweet peppers that are really stunted for some reason. Here's another Italian. It's getting big. And then these are indeterminates. As you can see, they get very, very tall. They never stop growing high. The only way you can stop them is you have to cut this part off so they don't grow up anymore. As you can see, they're loaded with tomatoes underneath. There's that one. And there's that one. All right, this is another herb garden. I have sweet basil, 3 plants of it here. I have Greek oregano here. And this is Italian oregano. And then these are our chives. They're ready to cut again. We just cut them like 2 weeks ago. So let me take you out front and show you the part that I grow out front. So that I bought about 5 years ago. It has netting on the side, so everything can climb up it. It holds up really good to the weather. This is plastic, these, and then you have the netting, nylon netting that they grow up. So here I have cucumbers. This one's in bloom. These are Chinese long beans. They'll get up to 3 feet long if you let them grow. They're going to start climbing up this trellis soon. These are an indeterminate cherry tomato. If you see down here, I have some that are starting to turn ripe. I have to put these bags on, or the birds will sit here and peck holes in my tomatoes. This is another indeterminate cherry. You can see it's loaded with cherry tomatoes. Get over here to this side. All right, and then I have more Japanese cucumbers here. There's 4 on this side. They're starting to bloom. They're starting to climb up the trellis. So in another couple weeks, I'm going to have a lot of cucumbers. I love cucumbers. Now this is my lettuce bed. I just got a steel tub, filled it with dirt, and I'm growing my lettuce in it. So it's just about ready to be all picked. But we like to grow these lettuce stems. We chop them up, they're very tender, and we use them in stir fries. This is a Romano. It's doing the same thing. It's getting a long stem. This is a green Romano. Or romaine, not Romano. These are romaine lettuces. This is a purple. This is a green. So we're going to be using that this week on our cleanse to eat a lot of salads. And then these are the long lettuce roots that I told you about outside. We'll take a peeler, we'll peel these ends to get the dark stuff off of them. We use the green part for salads this week. And then we'll eat salads, and we'll use that other stuff in stir fry. And then these are green onions that I picked out of the garden. So they're doing very, very well. And the very last thing is, these are a better bush that I grow in my front yard. You can see they're loaded with tomatoes. These are more Japanese cucumbers. They're in full bloom, so they're going to start producing their cucumbers. This is another better bush. You can see under here, I have 2 very nice sized tomatoes, and this one is humongous. But I put the bags over the red ones to protect them until they're ripe. If I come around to the other side, you'll see here that it's loaded with tomatoes on this side too. This is another bush tomato. You can see it's completely full of tomatoes. And then I have more Japanese cucumbers on a trellis here. And then this is a indeterminate yellow cherry tomato. If you look in here, you can see them. I have 3 of them that are just about ready to pick. So, and then there's some more down the stem that are starting to turn yellow. They won't get red, they'll get a dark orangish yellow color. So this is my garden. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I just wanted you to know where a lot of my vegetables and stuff come from that I cook on my channel with. I grow them myself. So if you like our channel, please subscribe, hit the like button and the bell for future notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. You have a great day. Bye-bye.